Welcome and welcome back, everybody. The OK Grognard Show. Today is Wednesday, June 4th, 2025, 10 a.m. Central, on the dot in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Who's on time today? I'm on time. Don't get used to it. So we wanted to talk about a few things today, but let's top the charts here with some dice I picked up in a dice tray, and a little bit of a journey involved here. AZ Darts, a dice tray and dice. That's the story. So, Mike Mornard, legendary game playtester of Dungeons & Dragons and Blackmore and everything else that leads up to the publication of Dungeons & Dragons in the first place. He played both with the Minnesota contingent and the Lake Geneva contingent at different times and overlappingly and so on and so forth. The Vince is in the chat. Hey, the Vince himself. How you doing, buddy? And Mike Mornard mentioned in a Facebook chainmail group that he runs chainmail every year at GaryCon. He never gets to play. And, you know, I think it's great that he runs games all the time. I think it's a crime that he doesn't get to play because he's a wonderful guy and he should get to play more. I enjoyed playing Cavaliers and Roundheads with him a few years back, along with Terry Coons, Nathan Like, and a handful of other people that signed up, just like myself. And, you know, that's the Gygax Jeff Perrin rule set for the English Civil War. And it was a lot of fun. And I play a lot of chainmail, often with Kevin Kabai, HMGS Midwest Kevin Kabai, Games Plus Kevin Kabai, chainmail expert extraordinaire. He's a wonderful guy, and he runs some great games, often in the in Middle Earth, so the Lord of the Rings miniatures and scenarios dreamed up and balanced within actual stories of Middle Earth. He does such a great job. It's just so immersive, such fun. And Mike was saying he never gets to play, and I'm like, well, then I will run a game, and you will play in it. Well, I don't know the scheduling. I said, well, I'll tell you what. Here's when I'm going to run it. I'm going to run it with you in mind. Keep this slot open. You don't even have to sign up for it. You automatically have a seat. I'm going to save a few other seats for some other notables. And I've been inviting them. Some of them either can't make it to GaryCon. There's more people to invite than there would be seats anyway. I plan to have 8 seats. I plan to open up 4 tickets for people that just want to sign up. Mike Mornard has agreed that he will play. It will be Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., 6-hour slot. I've talked to Paul Stormberg. He is fine with devoting a large table. Not going to use a sand table for this. It's going to be on a large 4x8, ostensibly. And it will be chainmail, and it will be fantastical, and it will be fun. But what I realized is I've got one wooden dice tray, 10-inch wooden dice tray. Originally, the one I purchased was from a game store, but it was a Koplow. Koplow, I always say Koplow. It sounds like boom, Koplow, like a Batman punch. And I got one years ago, and I love it. It's a wooden dice tray with a green felt interior. And I thought, I need a second one. It's green, right? Oh, no, my head's gone. It is easier to run games when you have 2, one on each side. Yeah, so people can dice off when they're fighting each other. And then says, I'm going to try and grab a ticket to that. It sounds awesome. Oh, yeah, you will have some great fun for sure. And I dare say I'm going to be doing a little bit of playtesting of some of this stuff between now and next March And I'm counting on you and some of our regular D&D group, Vince, to join in that, so you will have your chainmail chops up to speed before GaryCon, whether you like it or not, because we'll find some ways to play. And there'll be, smaller versions so we can get used to the dicing and try out some of the minis I'll be painting for this in particular, and so on and so forth. Anyway, such a great time it will be. And also, so I needed one of these trays. I did a little searching around. They're hard to find these days, or they're very expensive, $45 or more in some places. And I was like, this ain't right. And finally I dug around and I found this site, a-zdarts.com. There'll be links in the show notes. And one dice tray, $27.20, free shipping, $50 or more. So with that in mind, I thought, well, I should get 2 dice trays. And I already got one. Is it overkill to have 3? Do I really need 3? I don't really need. What else they got here? So I looked around a little bit, and I found that they had some dice with dragons on them. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe for this chainmail game, I should get 10 of these and 10 of like 3 other kinds of dice. 2 for the chaos and 2 for the law. Colors that would match that up. And I found some red dragon dice too. Also. I got 10 of these and 10 of these. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to need some other colors for the law. If black and red are chaos, then, well, let's get some yellow ones. And I looked around for some white ones, and I couldn't find any white dragon dice. I couldn't find any other dragon dice on their site. Their closeout deal, 60 cents, $6 a piece for 10 dice. It's a pretty good bargain. And I thought, special dice for a special game. This will be fun. It's what I should do. And then, what else we got over here? Let me pop this up because it'll make a little more sense to some of it. There it is, left screen. So there's my dice tray. But here are the dice I wound up getting. So the unicorn dice, I must have either got the last 10 or enough of them that they are no longer available. But since I didn't have a white dragon die, I needed to pick something else. And they had these unicorn dice. And yeah, you know what? That's law. We can have a gold dragon and a unicorn against a red dragon and a black dragon for our dice choices for chaos and law. That'll work. Now, they had some others. You want to look through this website and see what else they got. And I'm just showing closeout stuff here. But, teddy bears, scorpions, elephants, they had some other options. And I must admit I liked some of the other options. But, check this out. Here's my tab, right? 10 red dice, 10 black dice, 10 white dice, 10 yellow dice, $6 a piece. Plus the $27.20. I was already saving, I don't know, $8-9 maybe on the dice tray. But this took me over $50, which got me the free shipping. And, of course, taxes. Everybody pays taxes. I wish I wasn't just the only one. $54.02 is the total on that, which is not a bad way to spend a few bucks to get myself up to snuff on this. What are we at? Oh, we're just about at time. Let's talk a little bit about, you know what? We'll save a report next week for you about some books I picked up to do a little more summer reading. I'm almost done. Edgar Rice Burroughs' The Outlaw of Torn. I think some more Manly Wade Wellman is in order. Heroes of Atlantis and Lemuria. I found a book club edition of Paul Anderson's Three Hearts and Three Lions for $2 in the half-price books clearance section, along with a few other things. No, this one I got online. This one I got on eBay in a lot that included a chewed-up copy of Conan and Samaria, the L. Sprague de Camp and Lynn Carter pastiche, Robert E. Howard basis, Lovecraft, but it has some manly weight in there. So the Appendix N reading goes on and on. I think I showed everybody this last time. This has some Jack Williamson. So the Appendix N stuff goes on and on and on. In that lot of books, one of the things, wow, that was loud. One of the things I grabbed that I really wanted to grab was Featherstone's Complete Wargaming. I've got a bunch of other Donald Featherstone books, the more specific ones on different periods of wargaming and some Napoleonics and some naval stuff. But I never did have a copy of his Complete Wargaming book. And really, this is the one to read if you really want to get a handle on wargaming in the early wargaming period. He's really not the last word, but one of the more important voices of that period. So we did this. Yeah, we want to do a campaign update. We played this week. Good time. I'm going to save that. Either next week or the week after we'll do that. Remember that July 2nd, is that Wednesday? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks from now. July 2nd will be the last show of the first half of 2025, and we'll take the summer hiatus. That will leave us off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks because of the way the calendar falls. We'll do a last show on the 2nd of July. We'll be back on the 6th of August. Keep that in mind in case you schedule your Meals on Wheels to coincide with the show. In any event, that's all I need to say for today. That's all I wanted to talk about. Vince and everybody else is in the chat. Looks like we got a little group there. Thank you very much for all coming there and enjoying that. We've been talking about AC Darts sale on wooden dice trays, originally from Koplow. These ones are not marked, but they're identical. And some clearance dice that I picked up through them, but they got a whole bunch of other stuff. It's worth checking out. And this has been the OK Grognard Show. What else is going on? I just want to say the show streams live on Twitch each Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central, and it's archived on YouTube. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the fun stuff for me. I'd appreciate it. Support the channel, even at the free level on Patreon. Join such other illustrious individuals as Tom Tullis of Fat Dragon Games, Carlos Lysing of Castle Entertainment, Heath Farndon of the NPD and D20, Dave O'Brien, Unauthorized Users, Heidi and Eric Gygax Garland of Gaxland, Vince Ragusa of the Maroon Room Prague Band, Daniel Caldwell of Griffin and Gargoyle, Christian Garcia, Stephanie Lesniewski-Gruchow, Cera Toppilopkus, Colin Szablewski, and Azzo's Shane Bradley, DM Extraordinaire. This has been the OK Grognard Show in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Thank you, and bye-bye.